Hello everyone and welcome to this week's SportPesa Mega Jackpot predictions for the 14th February 2026. I hope you had a wonderful week. It's once again time to look at what SportPesa has listed as the Mega Jackpot games, and we'll try to analyze and predict the scores. Now, last week for the weekly jackpot, we got 8 out of 13. But for the mega jackpot, we performed poorly. We got, I think, around 7 or 6 out of 17. So we hope this week will be lucky. And also to note, I saw a comment, somebody's asking, our performance or how we performed in the previous jackpot, so that they know if we are improving or not. I would like to say that in jackpot predictions, there's nothing like improving. These things, the results of this week are not related to last week. That's why this week you can get 10 out of 17. Next week you get 4 out of 17. There's nothing like improvement, because this is not a normal, a normal task where where future performance is based on previous experience. No. There's nothing like experience in predicting. Otherwise, even those who won the mega jackpot would have won again. So let us be sober and understand that when it comes to betting, especially for the jackpot, there's something like experience. Because teams don't improve. Teams perform. Today Man City is number 2 in the league. Tomorrow they will be number 1. Liverpool, the other year, Liverpool was very tough. Things happen in football, therefore you cannot rely on luck and say that you're improving. Anybody who tells you that, they simply want to sell you something and they want you to buy it. And because many gamblers are naive, they tend to be trapped. Here, we tell you everything. Here, we try to be very straightforward and tell you that sometimes things may not go as predicted, and it is normal. Kindly stay tuned and let's see what we have. Now, for the MJP 17, we have 116 million. MJP 16, we have 124 million. MJP 15, we have 93 million. MJP 14, we have 26 million. And MJP 13, we have 13 million. Match number 1. Today, I guess, be brief because time doesn't allow me to go into so much details, but I'll try in next video to also give too much details. Plus, anything can happen with or without the details. That's also something you have learned. So you can always compare this with what you thought, So match number 1, Getafe versus Villarreal. Here we're predicting a away win. Match number 2, Lazio Rome versus Atalanta BC, predicting 2. Match number 3, Guicamp versus Saint Etienne, predicting a draw. Match number 4, Udinese Calcio versus Sassuolo Calcio, predicting a home win. Therefore, you have 22x1. But 5, 6, 7, and 8. Match number 5, Parma versus Hellas Verona, predicting 1 home win. Match number 6, Cremonese versus Genoa, predicting away win, that's 2. Match number 7, Le Havre versus Toulouse, predicting 1 or home win. Even though it is the least favorite here. Match number 8, Spezia Calcio versus Frosinone, predicting 2 away win. Therefore, you have 1, 2, 1, 2. Match number 9, 10, 11, and 12. Match number 9, SSC Bari versus Sudetol Bolzano. We are predicting away win. That is 2. Match number 10, Viborg versus Brøndby. We are predicting a draw. That is X. Match number 11, FC Metz versus AJ Auxerre. We are predicting a draw. That is X. Match number 12, Istanbul Başakşehir versus Besiktas Istanbul. We are predicting a draw. That is 2x, xx. Match number 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Match number 13, we are predicting away win. Match number 14, Levante versus Valencia. We are predicting a draw. Match number 15, Albacete versus Sporting Gijon. We are predicting away win. Match number 16, Napoli versus AS Roma. Predicting a home win. And then match number 17, RCD Mallorca versus Real Betis Seville. We are predicting away win. That is 2. Therefore, you have 2x, 2, 1, 2. Now, here's the summary of our results. 2, 2x1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2x, xx, 2x, 2, 1, 2. Also, for those who like double chances, I forgot to add them in the previous screens. You can consider 3 as a home win also. You may consider game 5 as a draw. You may consider game 7 as a draw. You may consider game 9 as a draw. That is just for those who like double chances. Now remember to subscribe, turn on notifications, and bet responsibly. See you in our next video.